The Bahamas Maritime Authority has appointed a cruise ship investigator to examine the decision of the Anthem of the Seas vessel to leave the port in New Jersey for Nassau and the Caribbean while a storm was building off the Carolina coast. Now, according to the reports, the world's third largest cruise ship traveled into a storm with winds of up to 125 miles per hour. The vessel flies a Bahamian flag, and so the Bahamas Maritime Authority is leading the investigation with assistance from the U.S. Coast Guard and the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB. The authority says investigators are getting full cooperation from the captain, officers, and others on board, along with Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. The authority is also reporting that out of the 4,529 guests on board, only 23 reported minor bumps and bruises. Royal Caribbean, which owns the Anthem of the Seas, released a statement saying it's focused on getting the ship ready for the next cruise. Passengers will get a full refund and a certificate of 50% off future cruises. They've also said the severity of Sunday's storm with its 120-mile-per-hour winds far exceeded forecasts. Cruise line officials say it's also strengthening storm avoidance policies, and they've added resources at the Miami headquarters to provide additional guidance to ship captains. The countdown is on now for an end to those handwritten passports, and Bahamians are reminded that those old documents will no longer be accepted after next Friday. Janaea Noel Ferguson has more.
In preparation for next year's general elections, Chief Passport Officer Clarence Russell is advising residents that the new e-passport is also a part of the requirements to register to vote.
In addition to whatever else is required in law, to produce their e-passports as proof of citizenship. As a result of that, we are very, very much aware of the tremendous need for persons to come in, hence the Honourable Minister's pronouncement that you should come in, but not the written document that people are still holding on to, suggesting, I still want my money's worth. It's still got 2-year lifespan on it. Well, now you know the last it would appear, and I'm hoping the last deadline is the 19th of this month.
To ensure that they reach the masses, Russell says the Passport Office has implemented several new measures.
Of recent, we have opened a VIP office here in Passport Office, New Providence. Church groups, banking groups, particularly through Grand Bahama, are privileged to call us, make appointments, and if it's necessary, as it has been in the past, we have opened the Passport Office on Saturdays to accommodate groups, just so that the populace has their e-passports.
A push is also being made by the new executive team at the Passport Office to ensure that those in the Family Islands are accommodated through its mobile processing unit.
In the community where there are shut-ins, persons who are unwell, we take the mobile unit to them.
Russell said that the goal is to decrease congestion at the Passport Office on Thompson Boulevard, as plans are also on tap to establish satellite centers throughout New Providence. The new passport system will be unveiled this year, and it will also include a new e-program.
Persons will no longer have to come to the Passport Office to apply. Payments will probably not be made in Passport Office for obvious reasons. The new system will take a tremendous burden off of the populace itself, but more importantly, it will improve the efficiency and proficiency of our operations.
Janaea Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.
The National Health Insurance Secretariat hosted a town meeting last evening, giving Bahamians an opportunity to learn more about the comprehensive health plan that's coming on stream. Even though the event didn't attract a big crowd, that didn't stop organizers from pushing ahead with presentations. We talked to the permanent secretary with responsibility for NHI, Peter DeVoe Isaacs.
There's a lot of misinformation out there, and we thought it was important that we have this opportunity to bring to the Bahamians' attention what NHI is all about. We had a very small audience, but we were joined by many listeners because we were bringing the event live on ZNS Radio. And from what we gather, those persons have already begun to respond to the fact that we had this town hall meeting. They were not here, but we will have more of these meetings. We will continue to go to the Family Islands. We will continue to engage with the public through different forms of presentations.
Project manager Dr. Delon Brennan says they'll also use other mediums to spread the NHI message.
We definitely want more people to be able to hear about national health insurance. But we do know that having town hall meetings isn't the only way we can get that information to them. We do have a website, the www.nhibahamas.gov.bs. We have a phone number, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. We have other ways that people are able to engage with us, and they have been doing so. And so because of that, we know that not everyone's going to show up at an evening to a town hall meeting, but as long as the people who are here are able to get the information, and we feel as though it's worth the effort to give them what they need.
2 builders from Ackland signed contracts with the National Emergency Management Agency on Wednesday to construct 2 one-bedroom homes for individuals who lost their homes due to Hurricane Joaquin last year. The contracts for the homes in Salina Point and Masons Bay total $41,000 each. NEMA's director, Captain Stephen Russell, says this is the standard price for one-bedroom homes as reconstruction efforts continue. Russell says once supplies have been shipped, it's expected that the homes will be completed in 8 to 9 weeks.
Go to sign off on an additional 23 contracts. We build a total of some 25 homes in Acklands, Crooked Island, San Salvador, and Long Island. The majority of them are going into Long Island. Some 14 homes will be rebuilt in Long Island. And we hope to get them really underway by the end of this month. The 2-bedroom goes into almost like $54,000, and the 3-bedroom is like $66,361.
Contractors Stephen Rose and Arthur B. Gibson are both career contractors. They assured that they'll build quality homes.
I have a number of buildings that I have constructed for the government, including the Salina Point Primary School, new structure, which was really taken over by termites, infested by termites. I had to take that building down, treat the foundation, put down new foundation, and reconstruct it back. And that building has withstand the test of 2 hurricanes now.
I'll give the same quality like any place else, whether it's Lightfoot Key or East End, the Outer Islands, the same quality will be rendered to these buildings. And I intend to do it like that.
Your mortgage has been approved. Check. You found the place. Check. You've passed all the inspections. It's time to move in, making the ups and downs of applying and qualifying worth it in the end, because there's no place like home. And in the final part of her guide to home ownership, Sieska Adderley speaks to several homeowners who shared their journey with us.
The road to home ownership may not be easy, but walking into your own home for the first time makes it all worthwhile. For homeowners Sid Josie Davis and Madrina Ingram, move-in day was unforgettable.
And I was really proud and happy that God blessed me with a 3-bed, 2-bath.
It wasn't easy, but I still keep praying and I tell God, what I wanted and what I needed, and I get it.
Josie Davis was a single mother of 5 when she bought her home in 1998. Before then, she was living with family members where space was a major issue. So she was grateful to have a space to call her own. But with her kids grown up and on their own, she now has lots of space for her grandchildren. Ingram, also a single mother, moved into her Straughns estate home less than a year ago. Both women say discipline and financial responsibility are qualities buyers must have when looking to become a homeowner.
Even though I was a single mother, I was still sacrificing, saving a little here and making ends meet, but just save and just put your trust in God and He will see you through.
I mightn't be making much, but such is it. Whatever I make, I say, well, I put this so-and-so on the side and I know I ain't gonna touch it. Don't care whatever my eyes see out there in the stores or whatever. I'm not gonna touch it. I just leave it right there and I just take my mind off of it.
Sid Josie Davis, Madrina Ingram, and Jean Fountain all got their homes through the Bahamas Mortgage Corporation and say they were more than pleased with the service.
I would recommend the Mortgage Corporation. I haven't had much problem with them. If there's a problem, you could go in and sit down and talk with them.
They will work with you. They'll work you through and, give you the time and get it. So I think Mortgage Corporation is the best.
As the government moves ahead with its aggressive housing plan, officials at the Bahamas Mortgage Corporation say they're looking to improve operations as well, all designed to put more Bahamians in their own homes.
One of the things I'm trying to do is, what we want to do is an increase in our ceiling. Right now our ceiling is $237,500. We have a lot of customers out there that have been coming in with slightly higher amounts, and so I'd like to see where we could finance higher homes, because the young Bahamians now, a lot of them have better paying jobs and are able to afford something a bit more substantial, and I want to see us be able to go after that market and be able to help those persons.
So whether it takes you weeks, months, or even years to get, in the end, when you move into your little piece of the rock, you can truly say there's no place like home. C.S. Scatterly, ZNS Network News.